You'll probably feel the urge to click off this video because deep down, you already sense the truth I'm about to lay bare. It's not some loud, dramatic revelation, it's subtle, personal. It's something you've felt before, but never quite had the words to express. Every man who's ever felt invisible, unappreciated, or used by the woman he gave everything to. He knows this moment, that cold realization that no matter how much love you poured in, how loyal you stayed, how consistently you showed up, she never saw the value in it. She didn't see the value in you. But here's the part nobody warns you about. When a woman doesn't value you, she isn't scared to lose you, until you do the one thing that flips everything. Not by chasing, not by convincing, not by trying to make her see, but by becoming the kind of man she can no longer access, even if she wanted to. This isn't about revenge. This isn't some game. This is power. Not the loud, boastful kind. The kind that's silent, stoic, real. The kind that makes her regret ever underestimating you. Let me show you what really hits a woman hardest when she realizes she no longer has access to the man she once treated like an option. Let's begin. And before we dive in, grab your free copy of the Female Mind Control Handbook. It's packed with the unspoken truths that make a woman crave a man like you. Links in the description and pinned comment. 1. When you stop explaining yourself here, that's something most men never hear. A woman who doesn't value you will never admit fault. She twists the facts, rewrite history. Make you feel like you're always in the wrong, even when your only real mistake was caring too much. She wants your attention, your patience, your constant forgiveness. But the second you stop explaining yourself, that's when it hits her. That silence, that calm stare, that moment where you say nothing, even when she unloads her usual storm of guilt and drama. Why? Because the man who stops explaining isn't trying to win anymore. He's not defending his character. He's not arguing with someone who's already made up her mind. He's simply done. And nothing cuts deeper for a woman than realizing you've gone quiet, not just in your voice, but in your soul. You're no longer trying to fix it. You're observing, not pleading, not desperate, not cold, clear, and that silence. It speaks louder than any words you've ever said. Because the moment you stop trying to prove yourself, she starts wondering if she was wrong. But now, it's too late for that to matter. 2. When you prioritize peace over her chaos, you used to jump when she called. Cancel plans. Explain yourself. Lose sleep. You believed that being constantly available was how you proved your love. Then something shifted. You stopped chasing. You started saying things like, "I'll call you later. I've got plans. I'm not okay with that." Suddenly, she panicked. Because her control wasn't working anymore. Women who don't value you, they crave the comfort of your emotional chaos. They feed off your restlessness. But the moment you choose peace over her passive aggression, the moment you walk away mid-argument instead of trying to win, the second her mood no longer dictates your self-worth. She feels it. That emptiness, that loss of power. She realizes she doesn't control your peace anymore. And trust me, nothing unsettles a woman more than seeing the man she once had emotional leverage over, now fully in control of himself. It's not vengeance, it's self-respect, and now she's the one chasing the chaos that you no longer give. 3. When you stop competing for her time, this one cuts deep. In the beginning, you were always the one reaching out, planning dates, texting first, trying to stay relevant. She made you feel lucky just to exist in her world, like her time was a luxury only the worthy could afford. And for a while, you played along, until one day, you didn't. You didn't check in. You didn't reply instantly. You stopped reacting to her stories, stopped chasing digital crumbs for her attention. And now, the silence she used to enjoy echoes louder than ever, because women often don't realize how much power they held until the one man who gave it to them stops asking to be seen. She won't say it out loud, but her mind is screaming, why isn't he chasing anymore? Who has his attention now? Was I ever really in control? And here's the irony, you're not doing this to hurt her. You're just done asking for the bare minimum. You've raised your standard, and now she has to compare your absent to every other man who's still desperate for her time. Spoiler, they don't measure up. But now, you're too far gone for her to fix it. 4. When you stop reacting to her mixed signals, she used to thrive off the game. Delayed responses, hot and cold behavior, a compliment one day, silence the next, and you stayed confused. You'd double text, read between the lines, beg for clarity, not because you were weak, but because you cared. And she loved the control, loved seeing you off balance. Until you stopped reacting. You didn't chase anymore. You didn't ask, what's wrong? You didn't decode her cryptic messages. You just got quiet. And in that stillness, everything changed. Because women, who don't value you, rely on your emotional chaos to feel in control. But when you go still, when you say, I'm good, and mean it, when you allow her silence without filling it with anxiety, she knows you see the game. And you're out. Now she's the one left wondering. Now she's the one off balance, and that's silence. It's louder than anything she's ever heard. 5. When you start smiling without this one hits somewhere she can't even explain. You used to wait for her attention, send her memes, schedule joy around her availability. Then something shifted. Now you're smiling on your own, out with friends, focused on your fitness, your purpose, your peace. You post stories where you look alive, confident, happy, and none of it has anything to do with her. That's when she feels it, not just regret, but loss, because the man she didn't value is now standing in the sun, and she's not in the frame. That smile of yours, it tells her something brutal. She's no longer special. Her absence didn't break you, it freed you. And what stings the most? She didn't realize your worth until you started living like she never mattered. Now she watches. She replays memories, tells herself stories, but you're already gone and smiling without her. This channel is for men who observe more than they speak, who move without fear of losing anyone that treats them as if they're replaceable. Com in silence, if you've ever pulled away and felt your value double the second you stopped explaining, chasing, or reacting. Say it, let it echo. Silence.